Hey guys, welcome to Day by Day Expressions, where we have on the show this month Drew and Daisy Klein, where we are talking about artistry and taking truth and beauty and goodness into this world of singing and songwriting. Many of you guys know Drew Klein. You know his history as a songwriter, as a singer, and now we are discovering that, at least us publicly are discovering that Daisy has this same love and passion for music and for songwriting. And so, Daisy, I want to kind of turn the conversation to you on this particular episode and just kind of ask the question, how do those concepts of truth and beauty and goodness, how do they influence how you write and how you play music? Okay. So let me ask it this way. How many songs have you written? Do you have any idea? Do you just have like journals and journals of lyrics, or what?
It's in notebooks. It's in my notes app, especially.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could put a number to it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 or 16 or 17 that
Okay.
I like would consider like actual fully maybe written
Completed
songs. You know,
songs.
yeah. But I have a bunch of ideas that just sit on the shelf. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Okay. So how does that idea of truth, beauty, and goodness make its way into what you do?
yeah. So I've been told by my friends at school too, just like the way I write, they say, is just very, I try to connect to the listener.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of one of my main things that I, try to keep in line whenever I'm writing anything. Just, because that's like ultimately the goal is to connect to the listener
Right.
and to make them feel something.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to stay truthful to myself, especially, but also, general enough that it can connect to the audience. And, the beauty, I guess, comes from them resonating with that and being able to relate or say, oh, I've felt that before.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah. So where do you draw inspiration from?
personal experience is a big one.
Yeah.
The songs are easiest to write when I've, gone through something and it just pours out of you, honestly.
Right.
But other inspo can, come from wanting like to try something else. Like, oh, maybe I've written a few too many sad songs. Maybe I want to try to write something more inspiring or
Right.
uplifting. You know what I mean? So it can really come from multiple places.
Multiple places. Drew, thinking back to whenever, are you still writing songs? I don't even know. Is it kind of like where you've just got ideas on the shelf?
It's funny you asked that because we just went on vacation, and the notes are we got an app, that you can record little ideas.
Yeah.
Have about 70 song starts, and those go from the last 10 years.
Wow.
So yeah, I've written a bunch, but there's about 70 starts in my phone that at some point maybe I'll get around.
Yeah,
to.
I've got
But
about 70
occasionally.
book starts.
Yeah, right. I've got a few of those too. But
Yeah.
it's something I think you'll always do. I find in moments where I am really struggling, like at my base level of my identity in Jesus,
Mhm.
that's where I go.
Yeah.
That's where I begin to communicate what I'm learning, what I'm feeling, how I'm
Yeah.
hurting,
Yeah.
what I feel like God's saying or wants to say, as Daisy said, to other people. That's when I'm starting to feel that place. If I'm too busy, I don't get there. It's like a Sabbath. You have to make time to connect with the Lord, be still
Yeah.
and know He is God.
Yeah.
It's the same way. If you don't stop and allow these feelings that we were talking about on the last episode to turn into something of inspiration, not only for your own one, most of all for me, it's me.
Yeah.
It's what God is teaching me, what I've learned, something about His glorious goodness or my own pain that He's healed or healing, or questions.
Yeah.
It has to come from an authentic place of what you're processing, where you're learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do it a little bit.
A little
still.
bit, a little bit still. Yeah. Like you said, I imagine that will never go away.
Probably
just
not.
because it's in the DNA of who you
Yeah.
are, and having to give expression to these different things. Daisy, not only songwriting, but from what I've seen, you're a pretty spectacular guitar player. Do you play any? Do you play any other instruments?
Ukulele. I try to play piano sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not as
Yeah.
as good as I try to be at guitar, but that's kind of about it. I like to
Yeah.
do some programming stuff on GarageBand every now and then.
Okay.
So that's kind of about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a skill in itself, being able to play an instrument, and that is a gift from the Lord. Even the struggle and the endurance to learn it and to get better is a gift from the Lord. And it's a learning process. You learn about yourself in this whole thing. So I guess, the question for you is, do you see, and how is it an expression of the glory of God in you being able to play the guitar or even striving for excellence in something like that? Do you see that as this is a gift from the Lord that I am to nurture as well?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, I try to stay very humble about the gifts that God has given me, because I know it's not of my power, it's of His, you know? So I definitely try to exercise that, though, and just, not take it for granted.
Yeah.
And,
because not everybody gets it. Like I look at guys like you and I'll go, man, but I'm not willing to put in the work for it either. So
You put in the work in other things.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's incredible. We're going to continue this conversation with you, Daisy, and with you, Drew, just about music, lyrics, God's beauty in all of it as we continue this conversation, all right? Until next time on Day by Day Expressions.